Hello, everyone, my kings and queens. I'm really not trying to have a whole lot of folks, but if you decide to get on this live, that will be great. Um, I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit, in a sense, rant, and this is for um, men in particular, and it's not to be rude or mean or anything. I just need to get this off my lovely chest because I feel as though it's important. Um, Happy Monday, those that joined. Hello. I just need to let men know that when you are attracted to a woman or when you're pursuing a woman, I think it's very important that you get your point across of what exactly you want from that woman. Um, Today has like kind of pushed my buttons a little bit when it comes to the opposite sex, and it's in no shape or harm or form to in a sense, punch you or kill you because I'm not trying to do that. But when you're dealing with a woman who loves God, when you're dealing with a woman who's trying to do the right thing, when you're dealing with a woman who has been praying and asking God to send her husband, there are a lot of boundaries that I feel as though a lot of men don't quite comprehend. And I think it's very important for a person to be able to express, hey, I'm interested into getting to know you as a friend or more, and so forth. And I think with that being said, I think it's very important that um, you just have a motive and a purpose. Today I had this, and I'm going to be very transparent. As y'all know, I'm very transparent when it comes to my videos. But I had a guy who slid in my DM on Insta, and he was fine as wine, okay? My type and everything. But he mentioned that he liked my eyes and that he liked my eyes and he liked my smile. And then he said that he could just like kiss my lips, like, cause he likes them. You don't even know me, bro. Like, that's not a way to get a woman's attention. And I had to shut it down, and not in a sense to be rude about it, but I've been praying. I mean, praying night and day on my husband, with my husband, a family, everything. And so, with my mind being the way that it is, it's not the fact that I'm trying to feel that I'm better than you or that I'm not attracted to you. It's just there's certain motives and there's certain boundaries that I have when it just comes to being courted or being dated. And the first thing that you mentioned is my lips. Like, it just came off sexual for no reason. And when I told him that, like, he kind of did what every man does when they feel their feelings being hurt. It's just kind of like, I'm not going to say anything to her. She's not interested. It's not the fact that I'm not interested, but the first thing you mention is my eyes and my smile, which you like, but then you go to about my lips. Like, I'm just not comprehending, how did it go from like features to all of a sudden you can just kiss my lips, whatever the case may be. Like, that's just not cool to me. And I think a lot of women, we just want that straight, direct, like, if you're interested, then say you're interested. If you're not, then you're not. But one thing that I know for a fact that I'm not interested in, I think anybody, is wasting time. Stop wasting people's time. If you don't have a motive, pray about it. Anybody that knows me, and let me just say this off top, if you want to date, court, whatever when it comes to me, you got to ask God first, because I've been through so much of wasted time situations in my life where I'm not wasting time anymore. I'm not saying we have to get married tomorrow. I'm not saying we got to get married next week. I'm not saying we have to get married within the next 6 months. But if you're going to pursue me, then pursue me in a sense of this. I prayed about it. The Lord has told me that this is this kind of woman, because there's a lot of different women in this world. And there's a lot of different men in this world. And this video is not for that. But once you pray about somebody that you're interested in and the Lord is allowing you to either pursue or not pursue, have a motive of just what you want. I mean, I'm not asking you for, all the glitz and glams in the world, but just be mindful of just when it comes to pursuing me, my sister's trying to Skype me, but I'll call you back. I always have people calling when I'm trying to just like spill out what I need to get out. But do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be mean. Men, I think it's awesome and I think it's dynamic that you are trying to not how can I say, put your pride down to the side and like, you know, hey, I'm interested into this girl. You know, a lot of men have told me that they see the light in me when it comes to Christ. They see the light in me when it comes to God, which I think is awesome. I love that. I think it's great. This is like no host. This is just me. This is just how I am. But I also do have common sense as well. And my common sense is just have a motive when you want to be, you know, when you want to attract or when you want to get to know someone, you know, have a purpose of it versus just wasting each other's time. And I don't know what's it been lately. Maybe my light of God has been shining, which I would never dim or condone God for that because I appreciate him giving me the light that he has given me. And by all means, I am not perfect, but at the same time, I'm not desperate either. Like, I want to be married and I want to have my family, but at the same time, like, I just can't give myself in, you know, just because I'm by myself. It just doesn't work like that anymore. I've been there and I've done that. But yeah, I just had to just kind of get that off my chest. I'm just, you know, it's just, I'm frustrated because it's just like, I've been doing so good just staying focused on God and staying focused on, you know, what I feel that God has for me. And I don't want to be distracted. I don't think any of us wants to be distracted. But to be real, I'm sick of counterfeits. I'm tired of counterfeits. I'm tired of fraud. I'm tired of, you know, not dealing with what I've dealt with in the past. There's a difference of, you know, what someone expects of you, and then there's a difference of just wasting someone's time. And a lot of men have approached, and I've prayed about it, and God has told me off bat, they're not your husband. And so those men who have approached me, in a sense, I'm not trying to be mean or rude, but I don't know what God you're serving. Not saying you're not serving the one that I'm serving, but God didn't tell me that you're my husband. So if you try to approach me or you try to talk to me, and it's not that I'm, you know, being rude about it, but God just didn't see what you saw, and just continue to pray about it. But Trev, what do you mean he who has no sin? I don't get it. Elaborate. I don't get it, Trev. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I don't want to settle. And I mean, that's why I'm by myself, because I'm not settling. But I just don't, just purpose, have a purpose and a motive to what you want as an individual. And as a man trying to pursue a woman, especially with me, pray about it before anything. You know, you might see me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. You may, you know, love the fact that I love God. You may love the fact that I love my family, my nieces, my nephews, my friends. Like, you may love that, and I love that you love that. But pray about it before you even try to come this route, because, I mean, I'm not for distractions. I'm not perfect, but it's just things that I feel like should be in protocol. And when you're trying your best to stay not distracted and you're trying your best to just stay focused, I feel as though that is the best way to be. So I just had to come on here and just vent because I've been a little irritated today. Just not understanding or comprehending, like, men are coming out, the werewolves everywhere. And, you know, the old me would be like, you know, yes, you know, he's bomb. But it's just, it's more than that. It's more of a spiritual, deeper connection. And so I just had to get this off my chest. Protocol, I mean, I don't necessarily have a list, but Trev, I think you got on late, but I was explaining how lately a lot of men have been like DMing me and hitting me up. And in particular, a guy had DM'd me today on Insta, and he was just giving me compliments about, you know, my smile and my eyes. And then he was saying that how he liked my lips and that he can see himself kissing them all the time. And it was just kind of like, I don't understand, like, how'd you go from like complimenting to like, in a sense, not being sexual, but like, why'd you have to make the lips comment? Like, I just don't understand. And then he was saying how he was interested, but it's just like, I want a man to just know his motives of coming to me versus just being so vulgar. Like, I mean, maybe that's what maybe that's what his mission was, to be vulgar. He wants to kiss me. But I'm not flattered by that. Like, I don't like that. I don't think that it's okay. Especially, like I said, I'm on this mission with God. Like, you know, I want to be married. I want to be my husband's wife, whoever that God has for me. But I just don't like the fact that, you know, if you're interested and you want to pursue me, I just think that there's different ways to do so. I don't think you necessarily have to just be like, oh, your lips are great and I want to kiss them. How is my day? You know, tell me a little bit more about yourself. You know, I noticed on your post you talk about God. I noticed on your post you may take a lot of selfies. You know, what is the call for that? But I mean, just straight for the kill, I just don't. That's not attractive to me, like, at all. So all in all, I was just saying, if a man is interested into me, first and foremost, he needs to pray about it, because I'm for sure any guy that comes my way, whether it's a hi, how you doing, whether it's, hey, I think you're attractive, you know, anything, the first thing I say is, Lord, give me discernment of what this is. Always. Because I fell into the devil's trap for so much. It's one of those things where I'm not trying to fall again, get my heart broken, and then it's just like, I didn't go to the Father first. So I ask God all the time, every man that comes my way, Lord, is this your will? And if I feel peace about it, then I continue. If not, then I don't. But I don't think it's a list. I just think when you know what you want and you know what you're looking for, yet alone when everything is based and centered of Christ, I just feel as though it's no brainer. I mean, you're a man of God, so you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you do. And like I was saying, like, there has been men that has been, oh, of course. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. Make sure he loves God more than you. Of course. That's like a no-brainer. But all in all, I was just making this video because I'm just frustrated that, you know, men are being, you know, yeah, but at the same time, like, okay, Trev, on that note, sorry, y'all, I'm like reading, talking, and everything, but like, me and Trev, it's like a love-hate relationship, because this dude loves to like pick my brain, but at the same time, he just loves to like dig where I'm like, do you understand where I'm coming from? But it's not the fact that it's hard to tell. Like, I can't assume just because a man may state that he loves God, I can't make the assumption that just because he may post about God, that his interactions aren't right with God. Like, there's wolves in sheep's clothing all the time. You can throw scripture at me. You can tell me you go to church 5 days a week, you're a deacon or you're a prophet or whatever the case may be, but it's your heart that I see. And sometimes for me, I pray for discernment every single time that a man is encountering with me, because I don't want to be fooled by wolves in sheep clothing. You know, there's some men who are very private about God. They may not be as vocal as I am about God, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't love God. You know, so sometimes it is hard to tell, because if your discernment is off, then it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, well, I need to be able, you know, to double check and see. So, yeah, this video definitely, you know, like I said, I was at my peak of frustration. So in a sense, I'm venting. I think it's great that I'm getting dialogue and people are, you know, asking me questions or giving me their 2 cents. I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying, you want to pursue me, you want to see me more. Okay, true. I should just do like a live discussion about this. I get what you're saying, Trev. It all started throughout a DM. Someone DM'd me and basically came at me talking about they were interested. That's the only reason why I made this video, far as venting. I'm venting and I'm just expressing myself that if a man is interested into me, I can't speak for nobody else. First and foremost, pray about it. Once you pray about it, and if the Lord has given you the sense to continue to pursue me, then do so. Because behind, like I said, any man that comes my way, I'm praying for them. I can't say they're doing the same thing for me, but I just have to make sure that our discernment are aligned at the same time. So, yeah, I definitely understand and I respect everyone's opinion that has commented on this. But it started off with a DM, and like I said, lately I've been getting like random DMs like literally a lot lately. So I was just coming on here to vent and to just express the way that I was feeling. So anyways, I love you all. I hope you all have a great and fabulous day. And yeah, just make sure when you're pursuing someone, pray about it first and go from there. But if you don't have a motive, you don't have a purpose, you don't have anything, then it may be best that you don't approach that individual, because people are not here to waste time. Some people are. I know for me, I'm not. So I got to call my sister back. She's blowing me up. I'm calling you right now, Shanice. But anyways, love y'all. Have a great Monday, and I will chat soon. See you later.